A little gnosis action, dokunuma. I believe that's how you say it. I wish I had a little Russell here in studio who speaks Japanese to properly say it for me. But shout out to him for bringing us these Japanese candies that we tried earlier today on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem. We've now been passing out the bad ones to the other people here in the office. Maddie, our marketing assistant. Josh Tyler of Classy 97. Jade Davis, of course. There was these kelp chews that are right here next to me. Not the best, all right? They described it as licking the inside of a fish tank. And then there was also like these shrimp cookies. They're more so crackers that tasted exactly like a fishy cracker. What else was there? There was something else. Oh, yeah, these plum bonito candies that were quite the experience. You pop one of those in your mouth. To me, it tasted like pasta sauce. But they were describing it as more so gravy, sagebrush, kind of odd. But for those that heard it earlier today, we appreciate you tuning in for that. But I'll be getting the video version of that entire thing up on our YouTube channel at KBEAR 101 RMG. It has been a fun day so far, a fun pre-Friday, a.k.a. Thursday. If you want to get a hold of me, you can, of course, do so at 208-535-1015. Peaches Pip Party. We'll be back here in just a few. We're going to talk about somebody just having a bad day here in a couple of minutes. Well, as if all the road construction around Idaho Falls wasn't bad enough already, in particular, Woodruff in Idaho Falls, it was a nightmare this morning. I was trying to go to Winco. I did go to Winco. Got myself one of my favorite drinks from there. They have this ancient mushroom elixir that tastes like cola. And I like it a lot. And they have it for much cheaper there compared to like Albertson. So I went there this morning. And what caused me to be late was that I had to take this big, giant alternate route this morning to avoid the calamity that is Woodruff. And sure enough, right as I get here at like 8 a.m., I open up Facebook like I usually do, start posting all on our pages, KBEAR 101 FM. And the first thing I see is a video of that intersection right there on Woodruff, right by Walgreens, right by Planet Fitness. This guy's dash cam video of this dump truck driver with the back load, angled up all the way. I didn't think you could drive like that. I'm not a construction guy whatsoever, but I thought that might have been, too tall to drive around. Maybe that's just me, because I know what it's like to be too tall for certain things and I have to duck. But this dump truck driver just rams the back load right into the light, the signal, the pole, crashes right into it, just keeps going too. And luckily the guy's full name and picture is not out there, because I do feel bad for him. He's getting made fun of relentlessly. Life in Idaho Falls, there's tons of comments about him there. East Idaho News shared the video, tons of comments about him there. The Idaho Falls Police Department had a post about him. They have to fix the light, so now the construction's even worse. So if you think you're having a bad day, at least you're not, that guy. Peaches Pip Party on KBEAR 101, Idaho's only rock station. Now, Victor is going to be at the Idaho Falls Farmers Market this Saturday. The Farmers Market happens every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. right there on Memorial Drive, and you can go to it and see Victor and Katie Lee from Z103. We're going to have the Riverbend Media Group booth all set up. Katie is now going to be there in the morning. Victor is going to be there from like 11 to 2. And both of them will be collecting pet food donations for the Snake River Animal Shelter, which, by the way, you can see what exactly is in high priority for the Snake River Animal Shelter. What's something they don't need, which is traditional kitty litter. But I believe they do need, the number one thing they need is dry cat food. Dry cat food and dry dog food. If you can bring that to the Idaho Falls Farmers Market and bring it to the Riverbend Media Group booth specifically, that would be greatly appreciated. All the donations are going right to Snake River Animal Shelter. Okay, you can click on the Farmers Market link right now within the KBEAR, Alt, or Cannonball 101 apps, and it'll tell you all the information, what exactly they need, all that stuff. And also, you can enjoy the Idaho Falls Farmers Market every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., happening now through October. All right, you ready to talk about French fries? Well, if you're not, well, too bad, because I'm going to talk about them. The great French fry debate, specifically, who has the best fast food fries, according to a new nationwide ranking from Seating Masters, whatever that is, based on more than 40,000 Yelp reviews. Wait a minute. Who has the best? Okay, now, wait a minute. This has to be a joke, right? Because they say In-N-Out Burger has the best fries. Out of 40,000 Yelp reviews, number 1, In-N-Out Burger, number 2, Shake Shack, number 3, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. Oh, you want to go down the list here even more? Bojangles, Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's, Zaxby's, Arby's, Hardee's, Checkers / Rallies. All at the bottom of the list was KFC. KFC has great fries. McDonald's? Okay. Am I reading this wrong? Am I being dumb? Or do we have it flipped upside down here? In-N-Out Burger has, I worked there for 3 years. They have not the worst fries, but they're just plain boring fries, and they're not that good. Yeah, they got the highest score. Okay, wow. Shake Shack has some great fries. Freddy's, I don't really like the shoestring, but I would say they're better than In-N-Out's fries. If you want some, like, sweet type of fries, you go to Wingstop. KFC has some great fries. I don't really care for Five Guys because they're just overly expensive, and they give you, like, a bucket of fries. So if you don't like their fries, well, you're going to hate it there. Overall, Culver's, also great fries. I would put them at number 1. Those crinkle cut fries, fantastic. It's been a minute since I've had the Raising Cane's fries. Chick-fil-A also, incredible fries. Arby's, I don't really get their fries. I don't think I've had their fries in forever. What I usually get there, well, I've talked about this whole thing on the air previously. It's on a previous Peaches Pit Party podcast, which you can find on demand wherever you get your podcasts. I got 2 of their sandwiches and the jalapeno poppers. My total came out to almost $20, and I almost said, like, you know what? Just give me 1 sandwich and the jalapeno poppers. But I didn't want to be that guy. The jalapeno poppers there with the Bronco berry sauce, fantastic. But yeah, this whole list, awful. In-N-Out Burger, definitely not the best fries. If you do get In-N-Out, if you do go down to Salt Lake or go over to Boise, or if you're streaming us right now through the KBEAR app from a place that has In-N-Out Burger nearby, do not get the regular fries. Always, always, always get the animal fries. If you've been watching the NBA Finals, you've seen Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle and Thunder coach Mark, how do you say his last name? Is it Daigneault? Daigneault? Sorry, Mark, if I butchered your last name. And the respective staffs wearing team quarter zip shirts and regular pants. If you've seen them wearing those, which is a far cry from the days of coaches like Pat Riley dressing in expensive suits on the sideline. And if the coaches have their way, they're never going back to suits. Carlisle is the longtime president of the National Basketball Coaches Association, and he says we've had several votes over the last few years, and it's well over 80% to 20% that is in favor of what we're doing presently, and it's closer to 85 or 90. I got to say, being a head coach, one of the most stressful jobs out there, especially when it comes to professional sports, because if your team fails to do good, you're the first one fired, They're not trading any of their star players. They're just firing the head coach, and then you're out of a job, and then you have to go somewhere else, and this whole thing. But NBA head coaches, they make a good amount of money. They're pretty well off, but still. We told you last month how the Washington Nationals have a book club. I talked about that previously. They just started the Lord of the Rings trilogy. One player not taking part in the book club is outfielder James Wood, who told the bandwagon that he's got too many books he's behind on, but he has attempted a new hobby this season. He's tried making homemade pasta, and it was terrible. That's what he says here. When asked for a scouting report diagnosing his pasta approach, he said it was too thick, and then he boiled it, and it got thicker. The sauce was good, though. Wood made a basic tomato sauce for the ill-fated pasta. Can't believe we're talking about just baseball players cooking on the Shot Clock Sports Update here. The 2025 U.S. Open Championship gets underway today at Oakmont Country Club in Pennsylvania. The golfers have been preparing themselves for the 72-hole tournament because the course is notoriously difficult. All eyes are on Scottie Scheffler, who has won 3 times in his past 4 starts, including his 3rd major career title at the PGA Championship. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update. right here on KBEAR 101. KBEAR 101, I'm looking at this TikTok video here. I was reading about this one lady who has caused quite a stir on TikTok over her unusual, to say the least, snack. In the clip, she's dipping one of those giant rolls of raw cookie dough, the Pillsbury raw cookie dough that you can just eat by itself without having to bake it. She takes one of those giant, almost burrito-looking cookie dough rolls and dips it into a big, giant bowl of just strawberry milk, kind of like the fat diabetic or diabetes-inducing French dip, This is the American way. She's a mukbang creator. Wasn't Maddie talking about mukbang with me on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem? She said mukbang or something like that. Well, the mukbang creator is even getting called out by mukbang fans who say she has gone too far, which, I mean, how can you go too far with a mukbang? If you're not familiar with this whole mukbang phenomenon, it involves people just eating large amounts of food on camera. If you've ever wanted to feel better about yourself, just watch one of those videos, especially if someone just eating tons and tons of food. I mean, I've watched a couple of those different food challenge eating channels before. Makes me feel better about eating my giant order from Taco Bell. There's like Beard Meats Food. There's that Nico Cotto avocado guy who's now recently lost a ton of weight, but Beard Meats Food, he'll go to every restaurant and just beat the challenge, and it's no problem to him whatsoever. And you watch him eat like so many pancakes at a pancake spot. Meanwhile, I'm just feasting to my Taco Bell going like, well, this guy's a whole lot worse compared to me. I mean, I would never do anything like this giant burrito thing of cookie dough. I've seen those before. I particularly love eating those Pillsbury cookie dough bites, but I'm not an animal. I'll get the cookie dough, not the burrito, but the regular, and just, take off the bits of cookie, eat those raw. They're great just like that. Well, Gen Z loves nostalgia. We all know that. We've talked about that plenty of times. The latest thing they are bringing back is the BlackBerry. Yeah, I didn't realize those existed still. I thought those were long gone, but hashtag BlackBerry on TikTok has over 125,000 posts with users sharing clips of their BlackBerry finds. Now, do they have the iPhone or an Android, and then they also have the BlackBerry? Like, what are they using to record these TikTok videos? Are they using actual cameras? Yeah, this was peak technology. Gen Z is bringing back the BlackBerry. I mean, you get the keyboard right there. It's a very tiny, tiny keyboard. I remember the BlackBerry. I think my friend Bobby at the time, his dad had one of those. He was always making work calls on it. Doesn't it have that little rolly thing in the middle to where you can scroll on the screen that way as well, if I remember that correctly. But well, all right. Shout out to the BlackBerry. They're coming back. I mean, they're cheap phones, right there. One TikTok user even posted they purchased a BlackBerry on eBay for $40. Now they have a working phone? Sure. Might as well. I don't see any harm with this. Wasn't it yesterday that I was talking about those Labooboo things? Labooboo dolls? One of the radio stations in Los Angeles giving away Laboobos. I'm like, what the heck's Labooboo? Apparently they're the big craze right now. And just like with any other craze, people are doing crazy things like shelling out six figures for one of these little plushies. Didn't they look like a person just wearing like a bunny outfit? But this person shelled out six figures, but not just for any Labooboo, a life-sized one. Yeah, it stands 4 feet tall, has sold at an auction in Beijing for more than $170,000. A second Labooboo standing even taller at 5 feet sold for more than $130,000. Typically, these small dolls, they go for about $28, which is still a lot of money for these little stupid things, to be quite honest with you. They're kind of dumb. Yeah, I'm looking at the big one. It looks like a fun art piece. It looks like something you would see at Victor's Place. If I had a house, I would definitely have some weird art as well. If I was like, a more well-off person, I would have something like this. Now, this is pretty funny. Not the tiny one. I need to have like the giant one. It looks like a gremlin. Like blue outfit, blue bunny outfit, has an evil smirk on his face. It looks kind of cool. I know Steve Aoki, the famous DJ, he has weird art all over his house. He has like actual Banksy art around his place. Why not have a life-size Labooboo? If I was as rich as Steve Aoki, $170,000 really is nothing to him. Earlier today on my Facebook page, I shared a Welcome to Rockville post that some guy made. It's a genius idea. He's a tall guy, and he had the text on the back of his shirt that said, yes, I'm tall, sorry for blocking your view, and people would just sign his shirt, more so a tank top that he's wearing. But I was thinking about this, maybe for the next concert, which is not going to be, around here, not until August, I believe, when Dropkick Murphys come to the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater. I think that's August 3rd. The correct date is on our concert calendar, always available at riverbendmediagroup.com/calendar. I might need to have some sort of shirt made specifically for that in other shows around the area where it can be like, hey, do you want to be a Peaches pal? And people can sign it saying, I'll be Peaches pal, something like that. By the way, the latest Peaches Needs a Pal video is uploaded to our Facebook page. People are like genuinely concerned. One guy was like, so the thing is that I posted it, but then I didn't want to have me post the video, so I instead put Victor's name. And one of our loyal listeners wrote, Victor, this really isn't funny. And it was me who posted it. And people think that, Josh and Victor and everyone else here in the building is bullying me. But no, it's a fun little series. And the latest one's on our Facebook page at KBEAR 101 FM. It's also available on Instagram, TikTok, all with the same username. But I'll definitely have to next show here in the area, I'll have to make some sort of t-shirt, maybe use our graphic design lady Star down the hall, have her design the shirt saying, are you Peaches pal? And then see how many people I can get to sign the shirt. If you haven't seen the post, you can find it on my Facebook page at Brendan Peach. Peach's Pit Party on KBEAR 101. I decided to rewatch Spaceballs. It's a great classic comedy. I use some of the quotes from that movie for Cannonball 101 imaging. And I guess, Hollywood, completely out of ideas. They're either making biopics or making unnecessary sequels or, making the same old movie, but with a different, more modern cast, Well, they're making a Spaceballs 2. And Mel Brooks will reprise his role as Yogurt. Yep. He's 98 years old. He'll be 100 when the movie premieres in 2027. It's fitting. He's playing, the spoof on Yoda, and he's 98. I'm shocked he's still around. 98 years old. What a long life. You got to think about it. How much Mel Brooks has been through. Oh man, I'm gonna rewatch. What's that other movie I was thinking about recently? Because I've been doing a lot of Cannonball imaging as of late, and I've been just watching these classic 80s comedies, and I'm going to rewatch Blazing Saddles. Fun movie. I love 80s comedies. Leslie Nielsen movies. Love his stuff. If you have any movie recommendations from the 1980s, please, like I will always say, hit me up. 208-535-1015. Even message me on social media, just at Brendan Peach. KBEAR 101. Victor is going to be at the Farmers Market this Saturday, the Idaho Falls Farmers Market. It's happening 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Happens every Saturday now through October. You might as well go out, go see over 170 local vendors offering fresh fruits, produce, meats, vegetables, whole lot of good stuff there. And we'll have the Riverbend Media Group booth all set up, so that way you can donate pet food to the Snake River Animal Shelter. We're accepting donations to bring over to the Snake River Animal Shelter. You can look at the complete list of what exactly the Snake River Animal Shelter needs. Keep messing up the name every single time. You can click on the Farmers Market link in the KBEAR app, Alt app, or Cannonball 101 app. It'll take you directly to that list. And what they don't need is traditional kitty litter, all right? But anything else like dry cat food, dry dog food, that's what they need the most. So bring it over to the Idaho Falls Farmers Market, bring it to the Riverbend Media Group booth, and then check out the rest of the Farmers Market. 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. along Memorial Drive in Idaho Falls. It's back and bigger than ever. Katie Lee from Z103 will also be there alongside the one, the only Victor Wilt. You ever have a weird day at the grocery store? Well, not like this. This 70-year-old man in Florida was arrested after causing quite the scene at a Sam's Club. According to the police, the man was caught on video. How do I put this? Going number one on multiple pallets of Spam and Vienna sausages. Yes, the canned meat section. A fellow shopper witnessed the whole thing, alerted employees, and store surveillance confirmed the messy moment. And after the incident, he just wandered over to the patio display, kicked back in a lawn chair for 10 minutes, and then casually just checked out and left like nothing happened. But thanks to his membership card, police were able to track him down, charge him with disorderly conduct and criminal mischief. Meanwhile, Sam's Club was forced to throw out more than $10,000 worth of canned goods. Yeah, that happened. All right, I like this. I might need to ask this for to Peach Their Own tomorrow. It says, screw your favorite. What's your most hated animal? Number one answer, ticks. Ticks suck. Disgusting little creatures. Ticks win out over mosquitoes just barely. Someone else put. All right, what else is there? Mosquito, yeah, another one there. Bed bugs, oh yeah, there's no viable reason to exist, and absolutely nobody will miss them if they just suddenly vanished off the face of existence. I was watching I read some sort of article about how fireflies are disappearing. Let's get rid of the stupid bed bugs, cockroaches. It's all going to be insects, flies, wasp, mosquitoes again. That's all I'm getting. And then I see hippos, just out of nowhere. They're dangerous. Hippos are absolutely horrible. They can run incredibly fast for such a fat animal. And I want to see a hippo run at full speed. Is there a video of that on YouTube? I'm going to watch it. I meant to talk about this on the show yesterday. Victor and I, both big fans of Culver's. I believe Victor was the guy who introduced me to trying Culver's for the very first time. And I did, and I haven't looked back since. But, he looks forward to every single time that they announce a new burger. Me personally, I get the same thing every time. The Culver's Deluxe Double, no pickles, in a value basket. It's as simple as that. It's a classic combo. You get a burger, fries, and a drink for $11. I add on 2 fry sauces because I like to not only dip the fries in the fry sauce, but then I add the remaining fry sauce onto the burger. I had one of those combos today. It was fantastic. But Culver's is teasing their latest burger that's... actually, no. Did they already announce it? Wasn't it June 6th? And let me pull up the Instagram page here, because it was June 6th, I thought, or maybe June 16th. June 16th. I was like, wait a minute, I would have known exactly. But it shows the outline of the burger itself. And I showed Victor, and we were both like, yep, it's the curd burger. The curd burger, we believe, is coming back to Culver's. And I can't believe we've reached that level of just gluttony that we're like... Well, we know exactly what burger it is based on the outline of it. Not even just like a little sneak peek of the picture of it. No, it's just the outline of the burger. And tons of people in the comments. Curd burger's coming back. Curd burger. So at least we're not alone. That reminds me, I need to get rid of the fast food bags in my car again. There's 2 in there. I hate having trash in my vehicle. It drives me nuts. But anyway... We're looking forward to the new burger release. We might need to make a video of us trying the new burger if it is something new. If it's that curd burger, I don't think I'm going to try it. There's too much cheese in that. Again, Culver's, not a sponsor, but hey, Culver's, you got 2 giant supporters right here in the area. KBEAR loves you. All right, so this question was in the radio prep, and I figured I would ask it for to Peach Their Own today. What's a smell you secretly love but just can't explain? One of the only comments so far that I've seen is kind of creepy. The smell of a woman's hair freshly washed. Yes. That's how I read it. I was like, what? What is this guy doing? I just imagine him, smelling like his girlfriend's hair, maybe just like some random woman sitting at a park bench. Just, by the way, don't do that. All right. What's a smell you secretly love but can't explain? Some of the responses on Reddit: the stinky water, Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland. Which, by the way, they have a candle for that. They can buy online. They have a candle for pretty much everything. The smell that happens when you turn the heater on for the first time after not using it for several months. Don't you mean like burnt dust? I know. When I turn my heater on after the summertime and we go into winter, it's the worst smell. The smell of my old kindergarten classroom in the 90s. I never knew what that smell was or where it came from, but every once in a while I get a blast of it again randomly from somewhere, and it makes me smile, and I think of simpler times. That happens to me quite a lot. I get a certain smell from places I used to visit, places I used to hang out at, and it makes me sad that it's no longer there or no longer an option, I mean. Sometimes I'll get like, I don't know, the smell of like an ex-girlfriend's house pop up from time to time and I go, man, I miss hanging out of that spot. Wonder what she's up to. What's a smell you secretly love but can't explain? Let me know. 208-535-1015 for to peach their own. Hey, KBEAR, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
Oh, you know, tried some Japanese snacks earlier today, and that taste is still in my mouth.
Still in your mouth.
Yeah, the shrimp crackers that we tried.
Yeah.
That video is up on our Facebook page and TikTok and all of that, and yeah, they're quite salty. They're right here next to me.
Check that out.
Oh yeah, check that out for sure. But what's a smell you secretly love but can't explain?
The smell of 110 race fuel.
To me, like gas overall, dude. Like for some reason, I'm not saying I'm huffing gasoline, but you know,
Right.
when you're at the gas station, you get that big whiff. You're like, oh, that's nice. Something about it.
Yeah, race fuel's even better.
All right. Maybe next time I go to like some race, I'll take a big whiff somewhere. KBEAR, what's happening?
Not too much.
What's a smell you secretly love, James, but just can't explain?
Brand new electronics.
You take a big
fresh
whiff
out of the box.
Have you been kicked out of Walmart for that?
No.
Just
But the old
show up to Best Buy.
electronics, we won't talk about that.
I'm reading some of these answers here, and it's pretty funny. Just the smell of a woman's hair freshly washed kind of freaked me out from one of our listeners.
Well, it's like that one made me start thinking about something else, but you wouldn't be able to hear it.
Oh, okay. All right. The smell of a casino in Vegas. Wait, old cigarettes?
And old people?
And old people, yeah. The smell of defeat at the slot machine?
I mean, at least the casino boat down in Florida, it didn't smell too bad just because they had the windows open.
It says potato dirt. Another one of those answers here.
I think that just smells like dirt.
Yeah. People are weird, dude.
Yeah. No, it's also weird what triggers a lot of the memories attached to smell and stuff like that.
Right.
Just some of the most random things.
KBEAR, what is happening?
What is up, brother?
Oh,
I was just calling to answer your question of the day if you're still taking them.
Of course, yeah. What's that smell that you like but you just can't, or what's the smell you secretly love but can't explain?
Gunpowder.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
That's the smell of freedom.
Freedom, yeah. Right on. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoyed the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, a.k.a. Brendan Peach, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.